when things got hard, Holland was there. And I want Holland, he's going to come up, and I want Holland, I want you to share with us. And when you're watching Holland, you're going to see Lanier. I mean, look at his face, right? And the same genius that was in Lanier is in Holland. And the same compassionate care, the way he could listen to somebody and meet their needs. You guys remember that? Of how he could listen and love somebody. And it's right here. It's in Holland. I hope I have it. It's what a gift. And so though Lanier is gone, it's right here. I want you to share.
So I got married almost 6 months ago, and it was a really, really awesome time. Before my wedding, the day before, my dad sat down with me, and he said, Holland, I want to talk to you about the first time I ever laid eyes on you. I said, I remember it. And he said, Mother and I were living in a small farm in Kansas. And he said, we were out one morning, we were having a cup of tea together, and we saw this flaming thing streak across the sky and crash in the cornfield. And they went out there and found me, and so I start laughing, and he grabbed me on the arm and he goes, I'm serious. But I want you to know this. I always loved you like this. I always loved you. And then the next day at our wedding, I don't know if you guys saw the picture in the slideshow. Something that everyone in here knows about my dad is he has a unique sense of humor. And at our wedding, we had the father-daughter dance, and then we had the mother-son dance. And then someone came on the microphone and announced that we'd be starting a new wedding tradition, which is the father-son dance. And my dad comes out and grabs me by the hand, and music comes on, and he starts twirling me. And with everyone kind of eyes on us, he spins me and pulls me close and grabs my butt. Everyone. And he was just always doing stuff like that. Every one of us knows, like we said, if you spend a minute with my dad, you have a Lanier story. And I wish we got to keep here. I'm excited to, after this, be able to go in there and be able to share stories and hear more stories with you guys. But one just from our perspective, just kind of speaking for our family. And there was never like an ordinary thing that happened with my dad. Like something as simple as like going to the gas station to get a gallon of milk. Right, normal thing, right? I remember one time I went with my dad, and as we were walking into the gas station, he puts on his sunglasses, and he's opening the door, and he says, just play along. Those were always scary words to hear. You never knew what was coming. And he opens the door, and he walks in with his sunglasses on and starts wandering, knocking stuff off the aisles and trying to, and he grabs something, and he's holding my hand the whole way, and so I'm a kid, I'm in middle school or something, so I don't know what to do, and the whole time just making a scene, and he brings his stuff up to pay for it, and he tries to pay with his driver's license, and just kept pulling stuff out. And then after that, we're walking back to the car, and he gets in the driver's seat. And the gas station guys just staring at us in horror, Always joking, always putting a smile on our face, always able to bring light to a situation, and sometimes it was scary, you didn't know what to expect. He did it in some more subtle ways sometimes. I remember as his kids when we were living in Edna, my dad would do this thing where every once in a while he'd go out and he'd put Reese's peanut butter cups on our front porch. We had this little deck, And I noticed one time, and I was like, what are you doing? And he said, whoa, there's a troll that lives under our porch. I would just like to leave him a little treat. And we were young kids, and I had no idea. And the way he said it was just so matter of fact, we were just leaving him a treat. It took us forever to realize that wasn't really true. We really thought, Ariana and I really thought we had a troll under our deck. The Reeses were always gone the next day. He always did that kind of stuff with us, and he really loved us. He loved his kids. We were talking earlier just about, he had all kinds of stuff to brag about in his life. And the thing, if anyone talked with him, he sat down with him for more than 30 seconds, you're going to hear about us kids. And he loved us so much. And I got to talk to several of his neighbors after he passed, and who just come up and were there for us and talking to us. And they all knew that Ariana had gotten a new job and a car, and they knew that I had gotten married and was working with the church here in Austin. They knew that about Carson, Alexis, and Stephen having my dad's grandson, and they just, everyone we talked to, people that only knew my dad, only met him once, and they knew all this stuff about our lives. He loved us, and he always talked about us, and made us feel really special. And I know you guys all felt the same thing, but just as his kids, it's something that we really value, is having a dad who loved us. We never doubted that. One of my favorite memories